right, and welcome. Oh. All right, and welcome back, everybody, to Banner Saga 2. Let us continue this glorious adventure. We're gonna start off with let, and we're gonna see what she's up to, what she's gonna be doing this part of this journey. So yeah, let's continue. The once energetic Minder approaches, looking both worn and troubled. I'm not sure I thanked you for the time to recover. I've never woven a spell that strong before. Are you sure you're ready to move on? You look. I know, I caught my reflection earlier. It's a more mature look. The Minder grins with a hint of his former youth shines through. Not everyone would have stopped for so long, especially with the ground rumbling like it has. We're all people in need of help here, so... You've grown up to really care about everyone here, Let. It's a gift, and I hope you never lose it. He weaves a bit more on the armor. Have you given any more thought to my offer? I think some mending could really benefit you. You consider his offer? Sure, it really might help one day. I think so too, and you already know more than you think. I doubt it will take me long to teach you the basics, but you'll have to practice as we go. I'm placing some patterns on your bow. Trace them with your thumb at all times. Practice, memorize them, understanding will occur later. Okay, good to know. God, I'm so cracked out on energy drinks. A metal clanking is heard in the distance, and it grows louder. You see a yak's cart surrounded by four varl and an older woman hitting a ladle against the pan. All sorts of things for sale, she says, but her eyes go wide when she looks at you. It's you, special deals when it comes. How do you know me? Word travels fast, she says. Think you can slay asunder and keep it secret? She clicks her tongue and shakes her head. Mater knows of you, sure enough. Let me see what you have. Of course, Mater says. Cool. Okay, what kind of items do you have? Range, distance. Oh, that'll do good for a let. Ooh, I'm gonna buy... Yep. And I'm gonna buy this... Yep, buy that for a let. Easy, boy, the clansman shouts at a yak's cart, nearly topples to one side. The tamped path of the eastward road is steadily turned into cracked shamble. Looking ahead, it only gets worse. Various chasms gape open like mouths. You glance back at Avon, who looks at you and shakes his head. The entire caravan comes to a halt. We'll be eating our belts before finding a way across this broken road, especially with this many. And there's no telling how far we'd have to backtrack to head north. Then we'll head south across Armza riverbed. We can head towards Grunder on the west. Triggervy peers around Hakon's elbow before coming fully into view. Heading south is questionable, those people. Why do you say that? Maybe I spent a lifetime there, plenty of things to eat under logs, but there's also people in the bogs. His eyes go wide. The Scald should hear my rhyme. But what's wrong with heading south? Different ways of living, old ways. Stick to the mud. The cragsmen are less bothersome. Okay, stick to the mud. The clansmen are less bothersome. That's a rhyme, and it's going to predict the future, because this guy has a habit of doing that. So if there's a time that we should probably stick to the mud, where it's an option, we'll probably pick that. I think he's talking about the boggers, the rough backward people of Schwarzbog. Triggerby frowns at Ivor. Words like that can find you swollen, filled with poison. He puffs his cheeks and stares at Ivor. This is why Varl tend to keep to themselves. Each human is crazy in their own way. Triggerby hunches over with laughter until he suddenly stops, sniffs the air, and marches away. Strange, but it's a fair warning. We're crossing over into lands most of us have never seen. Just because we left those dreads behind doesn't mean we won't have more wars ahead of us. If we had more supplies, I'd say we stop for a few days and train some of these clansmen to fight. You consider your options. Let's just camp. We'll consider training clansmen later. Calls for the camp spread down the line. Okay, let's go to training. Well, come on in and let's have a look at you, Sven, the trainer says. What can you show me? Plenty, Sven says, walking into the large tent. Try and keep up. You can handle yourself, but what about other fighters? Sven says. Ever used a Varl and an archer to trap somebody? I'll try it. This one doesn't sound too hard. I think the worst one was already passed. Because that one made me scream. Okay, let's see what Ludwig wants. The prince is acting even more standoffish than usual. You and Ivor have caught him staring ahead and a twisting ring on his fingers over and over. Yrsa quietly stands nearby. Glad to be heading home? Luden turns to the two of you and offers a polite smile. Even after that chasm, would it surprise you if I said no? I thought you hated being so far from Arbering. Life on the trail hasn't won me over, but it's not all bad. It's even possible that I've learned a few things about leading people while out here. You, Ivor, and Yrsa are stunned to hear the prince talk this way. I've grown up in comfort and trained with scholars and fighters. I've never known anything else. Saying stuff like that won't make you any friends in this caravan. But that's just it. Among these clansmen, I've seen the differences. I think I understand them a bit more. That's great, Prince Luden. I'm glad you think so, but I doubt my father will. Yrsa will agree. My father's not what you call open-minded. The king's a hard man, has to be, but his son is his weakness. Can you tell me about King Meinhof? I suppose, but there's not much to him. He's king. He draws a hard line on nearly every topic. Talking to him is like being told what to do. In fact, it's exactly that. I used to think the same thing about my father sometimes. This isn't about being his son. You'll see. Kings usually have to make tough decisions and stick with them. Maybe someday you'll see why. I know. I just don't think he'll care for my ideas on treating with peasant commoners. What would you like to be called? We're all people, Prince, even you. You have a charming way of humbling me. Yrsa rolls her eyes. Just keep an open mind about your father the way you'd like him to have towards your ideas. That's something I've never considered before. I'll think on it. As Prince Luden and Yrsa walk away, you feel Ivor watching you. What? When did you become so full of sage advice? Since I started listening to you. Gods, don't start making that mistake. The two of you share a smile before moving on. I love Ivor. It's good that Prince Luden isn't a complete asshole anymore. Holy shit. Used to be couldn't even fucking talk to his dumbass. Oh, damn. But okay, let's see what we got here. Let's promote your ass. Give you Tempest. Don't really need Forge Ahead, honestly. There's Eric. Trick V. God damn, a lot of them can level up. Promote. Yeah, we'll promote the Prince. Give him some piercing damage. It's always good. Eric's a good fighter. Hogan. Mauger's not that great. We'll give you Sundering Impact. That'll be good for the team. And we'll give you some puncture chances too. Okay. Good. Okay, we'll rest a bit. And then we'll head out. I'm gonna break somebody's fucking ears. Game trail. Make a wager to see who brings back the biggest kill. Everyone in the group smiles, tossing coins into the purse and heading down the trail. When it branches, 200 sprint to the left and 3 follow the hunters down the center trail. Tent supplies. Fuck yeah. Oh shit. Once you cross the Ormsa riverbed, the wind ceases to cut through the humid air. The darkening sky lets loose its rain, and soon fat drops of water turn the dirt path into sucking mud, slowing the caravan. Cloaks are pulled overhead, and children and animals are wagering carts. I was hoping to avoid visiting this part of the kingdom for at least a few more years, as Prince Ludin says. At least others have had the sense to abandon this cesspool. As arrogant as he sounds, he's right. There are few signs of life around you, yet you still feel like you're being watched. The lowing of the usual quiet yaks indicates the beast difficult pulling the carts. You're up to your knees in it when the scout comes to you. Found some stone markers that lead us to a few paths of solid ground over here. Lead the way. Your caravan changes course slowly, but you soon see the low stone markers. Some of the sticks tied around them. The caravan picks up speed and over the lumps until the child screams. You rush back to see a boy being pulled out of a hole in one of the mounds you crossed. Inside, you see blackened, wrapped bodies buried only inches beneath the bog. You're walking across the burial ground. They're all around us, shouts a man near the edge of the caravan. We're stuck in the mud. The cragsmen have encircled you. Their leader steps forth and shouts, there's no price but blood for crossing through our land of our dead. Shouts ring out, but they're preparing attack. Try to talk the cragsmen down. As fighters attempt to form ranks, you rush forward in diplomacy. Arrows litter the field around you, sending you back almost immediately. However, your attempt encourages those around you who had a bit more time to prepare. It looks like the force you trained is roughly the size of the enemy's. This could go either way, but a victory here will protect most of your clansmen. The whole bog seems to move as with the approaching cragsmen. Eric, the warden from Strand, says, I know this sounds mad, but they're bringing battle-trained bears. If we weaken one, I can make it ours. He smiles at your confusion. Ask the governor of Strand. They're helpful in certain situations. Hakon growls. We could lose our lives and he wants a new pet. Okay, Eric, but this better be worth it. We'll need to clear the battlefield except for one bear, the warden says. Then leave the rest to me. This is crazy, but okay. The battle begins with Eric smiling. Eric, you are one crazy motherfucker. Problem. Which will be good. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be easy. What are you fucking talking about? Just the one bear? Fuck yeah. Okay, you're gonna go right here. I'm gonna stand you right there. And Trigby, you get right there. Eric, you move forward. Okay. And the bear's gonna move first. Bitch. Fuck you. Come on, Trigby. Can do this. Shit. No, 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 don't fucking... Fucking really? God damn it. Okay, hold up. Fuck this shit. Fuck you. God damn it. We're gonna try that again, because fuck these guys. They just fucking took out my one guy that was supposed to do it. Are you fucking serious? Oh my god, that pisses me the fuck off. Resume. Yes! Fuck yeah. You caught a bear. Whatever the fuck that means. That means... what?
Drinker's flame welcomes endless war. But why?
Oh shit. How did I just get 25 fucking days worth of supplies? Oh, because the Varl don't like that shit. They go round. It's weird. Not even one fucking Varl. Placed upside down on the ground, the petrified roots of the giant tree reach towards the sky. All the Varl, including Ivar and Hakon, have separated from the caravan temporarily. Giving Baldringer's Godstone a wide berth, the giant's presence is missed as you continue to feel watched. Fuck. Grundar. Okay, Grundar will be our first stopping point at the moment. The ground shakes again, enough to cause your yaks to strain and lead in panic. Out here in the plains, with nothing but open sky above, you feel remarkably vulnerable. Only a few trees around and no mountains, Hakon says with a wry tone. Looks like we only have to worry about the ground opening up beneath us. He shrugs at the look you give him.
Grundar almost forgotten by the rest of the world. Maybe those who live here have forgotten the rest of us too.
Probably. So this one might be a short episode. In the field just outside Grundar, a caravan spots several creatures you assumed were myth. I don't believe it. Are those? Two horseborn hold simple bronze weapons, stand guard over a few others who look wounded, unable to rise. The size of the caravan makes them nervous. I have to get a closer look. Me too. Two of you advance 100 yards, showing every sign of respect and peace. A number of clansmen push closer too. The male horseborn stomps a hoof repeatedly. The female tail whipping brandishes a javelin. Damn, the caravan is scaring them. Go tell the archers to put down their bows. Odaleif looks irritated at having to leave the horseborn, but she does what you say. You slowly advance to the point. My name's Alette. Your friends look hurt. The two standing horseborn exchange a look, the female snorting and shaking her mane. You help? His voice sounds strained and his mouth moves uncomfortably around the foreign words. Yes, help. You wave to Avend, who approaches slowly but confidently. The female looks agitated and speaks in a long stream of consonants. The male responds to her, then turns to you. Help, Roic, and others. I'll try. This is certainly a first. The standing horseborn step aside, allowing Avend to approach the wounded fighters. With Avend and Juno tending to the wounded Rook and other horseborn, the caravan settled down outside the scant town of Grundar. It appears the town is enjoying a small festival. Quite a few clansmen go over the hill to enjoy the sights and sounds, but soon return looking disappointed. They called us outsiders, a woman says. They don't want us interrupting their wheat harvest festival, but the merchants seem to mind trading. The clansmen soon shrug it off and take renewed interest in the horseborn, some in awe, others disgust. Let's see what they have in the market. Hello. I'm gonna get that much worth of supplies. That sounds good. Okay, let's see what, I think it's Hogan. Hogan's the one left over. The blonde axeman, what the fuck? Oh god. One of the twins from the small village near Saga is chopping a fallen tree with no apparent reason. His swings look dangerous. Hogan, is everything okay? He glares at you. Where's your brother, Mogan? He left with the ravens, wondering if I should have done the same. Why is that? I followed your father a long way, and now you. And for what? My brother's gone, my wife and children are frightened of everything around them, including me. I tell them this constant fighting is only for a time, but it's changing me. I see it in their eyes and my own reflection. I thought I was doing it to protect them, but if they think I'm a monster, what's the point? Maybe you should hang up your shield and axe. He looks shocked by your response. Really? But what about all the other fighters? I'd be laughed at around the campfire. No one doubts your skills in a fight. Besides, your family's important. You can handle some ribbing, right? You're making sense, sort of. Still feels like I can protect them better by fighting. Depths, you make big decisions every day. Just make this one for me, will you? Keep chopping that log. The answer will come to you. I want him to make his choice. Bah, if I'm going to swing this thing, it might as well be something trying to hurt my family. The axeman looks somewhat relieved, if not a bit guilty. A few more fights then, you know. I had my doubts about following you back in Borisguard, but you're alright, Alette. Yes. Okay, so he's going to stay with me, but he still respects me. So that's a good decision to make. Let's talk to the horse guy. Horseman. Horse person. Thank. God. Oh my god, that's like a big meme. Thank. Not even thank you. You glance at Ubin, who snorts and smiles. Skathek's thanking you for helping his friend Roic. Deirdre, the other one, but she's not in the talking with the Varl and human mood. You're welcome. I'd like to meet Hakon. Skathek's tail swats his flanks, and he bows his head towards Hakon. Varl, man's same herd? No, but we're no longer enemies. I haven't seen a horseborn in centuries. Last they knew, humans and Varl were at each other's throats. What brings you so far north? Skathek looks confused by the question, so Ubin shows him a map pointing to Dalaland and Grundor. Food. Our planes break. Hakon snorts. Might be justice. Didn't they kill all the horses, Scrivener? His ancestors did, yes, but blaming folks for things that happened hundreds of years ago before they were alive? You may as well accuse these humans around us of starting the Great Wars. What happened to Roic? Roic, brave fighter, protect food, hit many times. Hit? Who was attacking? Skathek says many things in his other language. Trigakanti. His eyes go wide and he stomps the ground before pointing west. You look at Ubin. I don't have a clue, but clearly not a friend. Was it the people here? Here in Grundor? Skathek looks at Hakon, pointing. He shakes his head and points west again. The Varl king eyes Skathek suspiciously. How do you know our language? Skathek just stares at you. You talk like us. Where did you learn? Heard little trade with mans in mud. I think he means our bog friends, the cragsmen. Have you found the food you're seeking? Enough for time, I guess. 2 others take to herd in south. His hooves scuff the ground during certain words. Just those two? What about you and the couple? Skathak, Ruak, Druidru, stay. This herd help. We help this herd. Thank you. Skathak nods in a movement that uses most of his upper body. Man, Varl, horseborn, same herd, funny. Ubin chuckles and you smile at Hakon, who shakes his head and walks away. Of course he did. Of course Hakon shaked his head and walked away. Little bitch. Okay, let us rest a good bit for 2 days. See if there's any training available. Okay, so that's going to do it here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode. And jump for the next one if you enjoyed. I like doing these. Gets me a good vocal range. But yeah, I'll see ya.